Hi, I'm Kelsey from Coaching with Kelsey, and today we're going to talk about jealousy. I just want to let you know ahead of time that you might hear some really loud construction noises. They are repaving my parking lot, and it's literally right outside my office. So I apologize for that, but hopefully you'll enjoy the video anyway. Jealousy can have major effects not only on our relationships with others, like our partner or our friends, but it also has a major impact on our relationship with ourself. This is because our actions are always fueled by our emotions. So think about what kind of action you tend to take from feelings of jealousy. How jealousy shows up in our relationships with others is going to be different from person to person. Some people might move into passive aggression, some people might lash out emotionally, and even others will go into emotional avoidance. You may wonder, if all of these things negatively affect our relationships, why is it that we do them in the first place? Because sometimes it can feel like impossible to stop, right? And that's okay, we're going to get to that. But the reason that we do it is because we don't like the feeling of jealousy. It doesn't feel good. And we think that the other person is creating that feeling of jealousy in us. So we're doing things like acting out passive aggressively, we're lashing out emotionally, or we're doing complete emotional avoidance in order to try to protect ourselves. We are trying to influence them to change their behavior so that we can feel better. Jealousy doesn't just affect our relationship with others, though, it affects our relationship with ourselves. Notice how you talk to yourself when you are experiencing jealousy. For example, we'll use perhaps someone you're close to is spending time with another person and you experience jealousy. Maybe it's because you're telling yourself that you're not as good as that other person, or maybe you're telling yourself that your friendship is falling apart or your relationship is falling apart because your partner or your friend is spending time with someone else. These are painful thoughts, right? So, like, the experience of jealousy is also leading us to beat ourselves up and be cruel to ourselves. So, what do we do with jealousy? I think that a lot of times when we're feeling jealousy, there are other emotions that we're less comfortable with hiding underneath the surface. That might be loneliness or sadness, maybe it's anger, or it could even be fear because you're thinking, I'm not good enough and this person's going to leave me, or they're not going to want anything to do with me. So sometimes jealousy is actually the easier thing to go to than something that we're less comfortable with, even though they're both uncomfortable feelings. Most of the time, negative emotions are a signal to us that there's something within that needs nurturing. So, the first step is noticing you're feeling jealousy. Just bring awareness to that. And then ask yourself, what is beneath that jealousy and what is it that you really are looking for? When we ask ourselves what it is that we need, what it is that we're looking for, it becomes easier for us to then fulfill our own need. And in addition, it can also lead us to better communication when we can then take responsibility for creating our own feelings of jealousy, process that, and then be able to make requests of our partner or a friend or a family member, whoever it is, to say, hey, I'm not feeling so great today. This is what's going on with me, and I wondered if we could talk about it, or if I could get some reassurance from you, or could you say that you love me and that you appreciate me? I would just like to hear that. We can then communicate in a way that isn't passive aggressive, that isn't lashing out, and isn't emotional avoidance. It's leaning in to vulnerability. When you experience jealousy, it doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with your partner or your friend. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with a relationship. You're just having a human experience, and that is okay. Moving away from jealousy and into new coping mechanisms and tools is not easy, but it just takes time. So don't expect it to just change like that, right? You just need to practice bringing awareness to what's going on with you emotionally. And that's going to not only improve the relationships that you have, it's also going to just improve the relationship you have with yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video, despite all of the weird construction noise, if you can hear it, which I can't imagine you can't hear it. But what I wanted to say is that if you have any thoughts or questions about jealousy and your experience with it, please leave a comment or send me a message. I want to know what you think and what you're struggling with in regards to jealousy. If you found this video helpful, you might want to sign up for a free consultation, see if you're a good fit for my relationship revitalization program. So, all right, that's it for today. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you next time.